In this video, I want to share with you free resources that take you from stressed to solid, from inner critic, judging self, circumstance, and other all the time, to this solid place of clear thinking and less negativity and more what I call right brain function, like leadership, inspiration, creativity. All these free resources mimic what I bring into your company. First, the portal, and what I found really sticks with individuals is learning their stress pattern. Somebody could be stressed in a way that they're not even aware of. That's what I find often. The inner critic is one of four, is how I've framed it. There's the driver, the controller, the giver, and performer. All of those are stress patterns. Now, I realize there's the avoider a lot of times within us, and that can show up in all four of those stress patterns as well. I just want to paint this journey that I take you from. The work stress quiz is the opening. You take the quiz, it's free, you get your results, you share your email with me, and I continue to send you 6 more emails once a week. I'm not barraging you with emails. I'm just going to send these to show you what I do and how effective it really is for me and all sorts of people as well. From that, you'll get your immediate results. It'll be a little to think about, and then you'll get your email results as well. And that shows you who's running the show sometimes that you may or may not be aware of in circumstances. For me, when I really started to dig into my inner critics, I found out information, and I'm still finding out information of what that voice is. Like, is who is that talking to me about, having to get things done, or having to give so much to my children that I'm that stump from Shel Silverstein's The Giving Tree, right? That's the beginning of our relationship, and people love it. They love to know these things about themselves a little more. And then from there, the stress to solid report is something that I'm offering you. And I have you fill out a short intake form. It's like, what stresses you out? What would be a great stress goal for you? It just gets you thinking about who you are in your stress and who you want to be out of your stress, right? Stress to solid. And that is a beautiful report that I will give back to you once you fill out the intake form. And that report shows you how to move out from what I call this left brain, narrow focus, lots of cortisol, not enough dopamine kind of thing in stressful situations, over to this right brain thinking, more of your leadership style, where you're available for people, where you're present for people, where you're not just thinking about what you don't have or what you didn't do or what that person was annoying about, and you're focusing more on what your purpose is, how you want to show up. And that takes us to the leadership anchor. So I give you the stress to solid report. And then the next week, you'll get this email that has another intake form, and it's about you as a leader. And how do you show up best when you're leading? And what do you think are your superpowers? What do other people tell you about yourself? I will give you back this leadership anchor statement. You can enter it into one of your AI platforms, and it can remind you of who you are and what you want, or you can just have it at your desk. And it's something that really helps you to access your right brain thinking that sparks joy and fun and creativity and effortless work in your life. It really works. And then in the next email, the next week, I share a pocket guide with you. So the pocket guide is this little guide I made, and has a little brain doing some calisthenics or some lifting. What this is it's a 14-day guide for you. And how you use it is, so for me, it's the morning sometimes. If I'm not organized and on it, then the morning will hijack me. I will let that circumstance hijack me. And I will forget that I have a choice in how I show up. So I will name the stressor. What's eating at you is, and each day you have a stressor, and then you have a noticing, and I'll go on here. But each day for 14 days, you have that. The stressor, the morning time crunch, getting the kids off to school, etc. And then the noticing, how you know you're stressed. How do you know you're stressed? Well, I'm like tight right here and I'm yelling at my husband. And the inner critic voice, what is the inner critic voice saying? It's saying, you can't handle this morning. You can't handle this stress, right? And then the truth. The truth is, yeah, the mornings are rough for me and the way that I'm built, and respecting and knowing that, it's like maybe just bow out a little earlier and let my husband take care of the rest. That would be the next move after the truth. So the truth is, I don't have to do the mornings. And the next move is get my son dressed and talk to my sweet daughter and move on. So that is the pocket guide. And I give you the PDF and you can print it out and have it for yourself and practice. Practice this. It's a muscle, right? You see the little brain doing the muscle exercises? So then, as you know me, as you know this work, I invite you to this online group coaching that I do once a month. And it's called the Momentum Room. And I have a page on it. It's the Momentum Room page on my website, coachtheleaders.com. And the Momentum Room is time together that we can spend. Each one of us has a project. We bring a project, whether we wanted to write a book, whether we want to scale our business, whatever the project is, you bring the project. Two people get the hot seat where I coach them in front of everyone else. And then everyone learns because I'm coaching on this journey from stress to solid while we're in this productivity function of a project. And you're able to move forward, accountability, clarity, less stress, more effortless, only go straight kind of thing to create your project. That is the journey. Testimonials that I've gotten, people are telling me that I remind them of the value that they bring. People tell me that they can show up in a more powerful way to explain to their bosses what they want from their job and how they want to lead, that I really understand people and that I get team dynamics. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. Above and beyond, I'm a businesswoman, and I know that time is of the essence. I want you to get in and get out quickly into this information so that you can just start using it in your next meeting. And it's an inside job until you bring it to other people. So if you want to know more about the choice model, which is the framework that I bring into organizations that helps that stickiness of leadership development happen, I will be sharing that in another video. So thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to meeting you.